Here's something that nobody tells you about becoming a millionaire. It's not one giant leap. It's 7 distinct levels, and most people quit at level 3 because they don't even know level 4 exists. So today, I'm breaking down every single level, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly where you are and what's next. But before we dive in, here's something you need to know. The fastest way to build wealth isn't chasing money, it's controlling the asset that generates the customer. That's the digital leasing model that I teach in the free training below. I'm making over $41,000 a month with this, and thousands of my students, guys, are using it to create financial freedoms for themselves. Some are making $2,000 to $6,000 a month, some scaling past that. The training is completely free. Links down in the description. Now look, these 7 levels I'm about to break down, they're real. And wherever you are right now, you need to know what's next, because the version of you that gets to level 1 won't survive level 4. So let me walk you through all 7. Level 1, the awakening. Level 1 is where it all starts. This is the moment you wake up and you realize you're not okay with where you are. Maybe you're broke. Maybe you're stuck in a job that's draining your soul. Or maybe you're just tired of watching everybody else win while you stay on the sidelines. This level isn't about money. It's about deciding. It's the moment that you say, I'm done settling. Most people never make it here because they're complaining about being broke, but never actually decide to go and change it. Level 1 is simple, but it's not easy. You don't need a plan yet. You don't need capital. You just need to decide that good enough isn't good enough anymore. I remember my level 1 moment clearly. I was stuck trading my time for money. I'd never be able to scale. And that realization, it lit a fire in me. If you're listening right now and something in your gut is stirring, you're in level 1, okay? So I want you not to ignore it. Level 2, the grind. Level 2 is where most people tap out. This is the phase where you're working during the day and building your side hustle at night. You're exhausted. You're not seeing results yet. And your friends and family think that you're crazy, right? This is the level where discipline becomes your best friend because motivation fades fast when you're tired and you're broke. You need systems, you need routines, and you need to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. I was tired all the time, missing events, saying no to things that I wanted to say yes to. And honestly, I questioned myself more than once. But here's what I learned at level 2. The grind doesn't last forever. It's just a season. And the people who make it through that season are the ones who understand temporary discomfort create permanent change for your life. Most people quit here because they don't see results fast enough. They expect overnight success. And when it doesn't happen, they bail. But the ones who push through level 2, they build something real. If you're in level 2 right now, don't quit. You're closer than you think. Level 3, the breakthrough. Level 3 is where things finally start clicking. You land your first client, you make your first $1,000, and you finally see proof that this thing actually works. This is the level where hope starts to turn into belief. And here's what happens at level 3 that most people don't expect. You start to realize that the old version of you, it doesn't fit anymore. The friends who doubted you start to feel distant. That job that used to feel secure, it now starts to feel like a cage. You're outgrowing your environment. And let me tell you, that can be lonely, but it's necessary, right? Level 3 is where you start to make money. But more importantly, it's where you start to become somebody different. You're no longer the person who just talks about doing things. You become the person who actually does them. When I hit level 3, it changed everything. Not just because of the money, but because I proved to myself that I could actually do it. And once you prove it to yourself once, you'll never doubt yourself the same way ever again. If you're in level 3 right now, celebrate it. But don't get comfortable because level 4 is where the real test starts to begin. Level 4, the scale. Level 4 is where you go from solopreneur to business owner. You're no longer doing everything yourself. You're building systems, you're hiring people, and you're delegating all of those tasks that used to eat up every hour of every day. And here's the hard truth about level 4. Most people fail here, not because they can't scale, but because they can't let go. They try to control everything. They don't trust their team, and they stay stuck in the weeds instead of stepping back and focusing on the vision. Level 4 requires a completely different level of skill than level 3, right? You're no longer just good at doing the work. You have to get good at leading people, building your culture, and making decisions that affect way more people than just you. This is the level where you have to get real with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses. You have to be willing to learn, read books, get coaching, and fail a few times before you figure it all out. And once you do, your income doubles, then it triples. Not because you worked harder, but because you worked smarter. Level 4 is where you stop trading time for money and start building a machine that works without you. Level 5, the mastery. Level 5 is where you become elite. This is where you no longer just making money, you're making an impact. You're known in your industry. People are actively seeking you out, and opportunities start coming to you instead of you having to chase them down. At level 5, you've mastered your craft. You built multiple income streams, and you created a lifestyle that most people only dream about. But here's what nobody tells you about level 5. It's lonely. You're operating at a level that most people can't relate to. The conversations you want to have, most people can't keep up with. The problems that you're solving, most people don't even understand them. This is the level where you realize that the higher you go, the smaller the crowd gets. And that's okay. At level 5, you're no longer motivated by money. You're motivated by legacy. You're thinking about what you're building for your kids and the impact that you're leaving behind. This is one of the most fulfilling and challenging places any entrepreneur will reach, because once you hit this level, you realize there's still more. Level 6, the influence. Level 6 is where you shift from building businesses to building movements. You're no longer just an entrepreneur, you're becoming a leader. You're shaping culture and influencing entire industries. At this level, your words carry real weight, right? Your decisions impact thousands of people, and you're not just making money anymore. You're literally shaping the future. This is the level where you start thinking about things like education and systematic change. You're not just helping people make more money, you're helping people change their lives. Level 6 is about contribution at the highest level. You're giving back, you're teaching, you're mentoring, and you're using your platform to lift others up. And here's the truth about level 6. You can't fake it, and you can't buy your way here either. You have to earn it through years of consistent impact and integrity. This is where the world starts paying attention to what you're building, not because you're loud, but because you're effective, right? Level 7, the legacy. Level 7 is the rarest level. This is where your name becomes bigger than your business. Your impact outlives you, and you're building something that will carry on long after you're gone. At level 7, you're no longer concerned with quarterly profits or annual revenue. You're thinking generationally, right? You're building wealth that will serve your kids, your grandkids, and beyond. You're creating institutions and funding causes that actually matter to you. This is the level where you realize that the money was never the point. It was always about what you could do with it, who you could help with it, and what you could change with it. Level 7 is about the internal impact. And the beautiful thing is, you don't have to wait until you're a billionaire to start thinking this way. You can start building legacy today. Every decision that you make, every person that you mentor, every piece of value that you create, it all adds up. Look, here's what I want you to understand. Becoming a millionaire isn't about the money. It's about who you become in the process. Every level requires a different version of you, a stronger one, a wiser one, a more resilient one. And the truth is, most people never make it past level 2 or 3. Not because they can't, but because they quit too early. They don't realize that the breakthrough is right around the corner. So wherever you are right now, just keep going. If you're at level 1, make the decision. If you're at level 2, push through that grind. If you're at level 3, celebrate the wins, but stay hungry. If you're at level 4, learn to lead. If you're at level 5, focus on your legacy. And if you're beyond that, keep building, because the world needs what you're creating. Now, if you want a proven system to start building real wealth, the free training is in the description. Also show you exactly, guys, how to build digital assets that generate passive income month after month. Just a proven model that's working for thousands of people right now. Let's go build something that lasts.